I am Maros Atine, commonly known as Profesa Maros. I am the chairman of the entertainers and the organizing committee, which is organizing the burial of our brother, late Beepee. So I am here to first of all thank everyone for sparing time, especially those who have been attending these meetings, which started yesterday. Yesterday we were able to form a committee. Today the committee is now giving back reports on our, how close we are to the burying date and how prepared we are. At the moment, I have to say we are still way behind in terms of budget, what we expect, because the bottom line is we want to give our brother a decent burial, and that means this meeting has to keep on keeping on. Tomorrow we are going to be here at Pacific Grand Hotel. I also have to inform you that I'm working together with our brothers in Acholi, West Nile, Teso, Kampala, and different areas, and they are all, reporting to us what is taking place. There are meetings taking place in different cities and towns. They are reporting to us.
Maros, when will the burial of Beepee be, and where exactly will the burial be? First, try to let us know, because people are asking where and when will the burial be.
Beepee, before he passed on, he had lost his uncle. So his uncle just got buried today. So family members were even involved in the preparation for the burial of his uncle. So today he was laid to rest, which means now the family has the time to sit down and come up with a date. I am sure that before the end of tomorrow, we will have communicated the burial date and where it will take place, because I know that his child was buried in Bara. That is most likely where he will be laid to rest, but the date we will communicate tomorrow, I'm very sure.
Maros, over all this while, you've been staying with Beepee as your closest friend. Now, you've been close to Beepee. Could you tell us something about it? Because we've been seeing you so close every time, here and there with Beepee. Could you first tell us something briefly about that?
Just humble, and even when he died as our spokesperson. Even when people expected him to be so vocal about things, he kept it low. He kept it so low. He was easy boy as his name, and so that is what I miss about him. He was such a calming influence to all of us, and if there was one person whose advice I took and never left out one, it was Beepee. It is true that when somebody is gone, we can all come in and start saying, he was my best friend, he was my what, but for me, he knows. I know he knows that he was my best friend. We were that close. And in the music industry, it is possible that people always have conflicts and beef, but can you imagine, for all the years we have been together, we never beefed, we never quarreled, we never had issues. Actually, we saw each other as strength. For example, he told me, big bro, I see you as my strength, because when I go somewhere, people will be like, we know you, we know Profesa Maros. When I go somewhere, we say, we know you, we know Beepee. So that makes us proud, and we were working so hard to hold the flag of Northern Uganda music, Ugandan music, and for the home people, the Lango people, really saw him as their, flag bearer. And I have to say, we will never replace him. Why? Because people are talented in their unique ways. It is possible to be talented, but for you to be so talented and yet be very humble, that is very rare to get. I will miss his humility and the jokes. He used to call me Chulumije, Awobi, and what, and yeah.
Maros, maybe my last question is that we've been seeing Beepee move to various places like Gulu, West Nile, Kampala, and even the outside countries. What was so unique. And what was the logic behind that? Because we could see him move to those places and he was doing a lot of collabs with people. What tell us about that?
Because most of these people feel they are larger than life, and there is that thing about a person's personality that will endear that person to the public, to people. So I think for me, the ability of that man to stay low even when he was talented and he was such a listener. You know, if you get to talk to him on phone, he was so appealing. Even without asking you, he appeals to you. And so, but I also know that it is about talent. You don't get to such levels by coincidence. You know, if that was the case, then many people would have made it to that level. So I think because he was uniquely talented.